Hallo, guten Tag, liebe Schülerinnen und Schüler. Wir sind hier an der Plattform von GermanGurus und ich bin dein Host Sanjay Sharma. Perhaps you all know that GermanGurus app is one of the only app where all German learning students right from classes 6 to 12th can learn German, which is designed only for the need of their learning, particularly whatever they are learning in the school. So it's a golden opportunity for all of you to be part of German Gurus, and there we are there for you, weil wir dich lieben. Wir sind da immer für dich. Also wir wollen heute zusammen weiterlernen und es ist das Thema Schreiben. Und unter dem Motto Schreiben, wir wollen heute Dialog schreiben. So we are seeing how can we make effective dialogues, and then we can write also such dialogues in our copies, in our examinations, in our practices. So the first thing for dialogue writing, when we are talking about these important points which you see here, is on the top, Dialogthema richtig verstehen. So like in any of the question, we have to read what the teacher wants us to write on the dialogue. What is the theme? Suppose it is the theme of friends, then write about friends. All your vocabulary, all your questions, everything should be going around the theme of friends. But if it is about school or about television or about sports, then talk about it. But if it is about food, then talk about food only or drinks also. Okay, so the theme has to be understood very carefully. Then comes that since it is a dialogue between two people, so these two people there should be two names. So give two names, or maybe sometimes dialogue between three people also, mother and two children also. That is also a possibility. So accordingly coin the names. But only problem comes for the English learning students that in English we have only one type of you. But whereas when we are making a dialogue, the you can be in the German Sie, which is for formal people, the unknown people, the outside word, such as the principal, the director, the policeman, the salesman, or the or nurses or other people around outside world. But the do form we use to make a dialogue when it is between the family members or between the friends or also for the kids. So accordingly, what is the requirement? Make the dialogue accordingly. Then comes the richtig Anfang and Begrüßung. You have to greet in the beginning to that person with whom you are making a dialogue. So greeting is very much required. Maybe Hallo, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, according to the situation. Then also you should see wie geht's. These things can also be there as beginning. Okay, then comes the Inhalt or Hauptkörper or the main structure of the dialogue, where at least 4-5 questions should be visibly seen, which you are making for your partner, and your partner is looking as responding to these questions. So at least 4 to 5 questions you should be making there. And make sure that while making these questions, bitte achte auf Verposition. Very important is that we as English learners, we don't really care about what the verb is, what is its conjugation, where should we place the verb, mostly the second place, sometime with conjunctions at the end of the sentence also, or even with the modal verb if you're using in a sentence, the other verb needs to be at the end of the sentence. So all these factors are those where at least we see that mistakes happen. So we can avoid if we are smart and clever to make the dialogue on these lines. And then comes a proper ending, that it should look like now you're coming to an end. There should be okay, ich muss jetzt gehen, bis morgen, bis nächstes Mal, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen. Something of that sort should be there, visibly there in the dialogue. So now let's see. We have got a theme here where we are making a dialogue. So Beispiel, du gehst ins Restaurant mit deiner Freundin, du und deine Freundin möchten bestellen. Dann kommt der Kellner. Und da gibt es einen Dialog in dieser Situation in dem Restaurant. So wir machen einen Dialog jetzt oder wir schreiben einen Dialog. So in this dialogue, if you see, as a theme is given, there are two friends and a waiter, ein Kellner. Kellner is waiter. Okay, so that means we need 3 people there. So accordingly, when these two friends are talking to each other, their talk will be in the do form. Whereas when any one of them will talk to the waiter or the person working in the restaurant, it will be always between them in the Z form. So that's where you have to be careful. And of course, the questions will be about what to order, what to drink, and things like that. And let's see what dialogue we will have it here. Okay? Also, hallo Sara, wie geht's?
Hallo Nikos, mir geht's gut und dir?
Danke, prima. Und wie findest du das Restaurant hier?
Ich finde das Restaurant gut, aber ich habe Hunger. Ich möchte schnell etwas bestellen.
Ich auch. Okay, ich rufe den Kellner. So. Guten Tag, was möchten Sie bestellen?
Und ich nehme ein Pizza und ein Cola.
Ich esse einen Hamburger und Pommes frites und trinke einen Apfelsaft. Also, eine Pizza und eine Cola für Sie und einen Hamburger und einen Apfelsaft für Sie.
In Ordnung. Und wann bringen Sie das Essen und die Getränke?
Sofort bitte.
Und wie findest du die Musik hier?
Ja, Sarah, die Musik ist gut, aber hoffentlich auch das Essen ist gut. Also, hier ist das Essen und die Getränke. Guten Appetit. Danke, ich finde den Hamburger und die Pommes frites gut. Und du, Anna?
Ja, die Pizza ist auch lecker, aber wir bestellen jetzt
Bezahlen.
hier. Kellner, die Rechnung bitte.
Ja, das macht 18 Euro.
Hier nehmen Sie 20 Euro. Danke sehr und auf Wiedersehen.
Danke und einen schönen Tag und auf Wiedersehen. Weiter. So, where we have seen that in the dialogue was between friends always in the do form, and dialogue between the guests and the waiter was always in the Z form. So in the same dialogue, we have tried to cover the do aspect and the Z aspect. I would wish that you please write this dialogue in your copy and don't forget to subscribe the German Gurus YouTube channel, have the app German Gurus on your mobile and tablets, and start telling everybody that let's German together in a very wonderful way. Danke schön.